You say.
Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've got episode 24 of Blue Diaries with my brothers, man. Yeah, we've been going back and forth in the group chat, people, since fucking Saturday. As you can see, we're still Man City's whipping boys, bruv. Our record still stands. Still haven't beaten these fuckers since the Champions League final. You know what I mean? We just can't get over the line against these fuckers, man. But today we're joined by Charlie, obviously joined by Ads, joined by AJ, joined by Andrew, Jimmy as well. Got 10 people in the house right now. Make sure that you lot are smashed up the lights as you join. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on playback, make sure that you're leaving your comments in here as well, people, man. It's going to be a good one because we've just seen a bomber as well about Tell. We're definitely going to speak about that one. And there's just a few other rumors that we've got going on with Duran. You've got Felix, Disasi. But I think the main thing that we need to talk about right now is the game the other day, bruv. But Charlie, what are you saying first of all, man? Because you was at the game the other day, bro. How are you first of all, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. Good to be here. Yeah, disappointed on Saturday. And yeah, obviously we'll get into it. Just sort of not really. I'm losing a bit of faith in sort of what we're trying to do at the moment. I think that could come back, but right now, just sort of on pitch, off pitch, there's a few things that I'm like, I'm not really seeing what we're trying to do here.
Nice, understandable, man. Ads, how you feeling? How's your arm, man? Is it getting better?
It's been up and down, to be honest. I think when you spend 4 hours of your arm dislocated, it kind of fucks up the ligaments. So yeah, it's just day by day really with that. But boy, my club, our club, it's a shambles. I'll be real. And people might say it's a bit too far, but I'm sick of seeing us go to big team stadiums and lay an egg, bro. Like, we're consistently not performing, doing up nonsense, and even when things are okay, maybe tactically, or we're playing decently, we've got a bozo somewhere on the team that just lets us down, and that falls on the manager, it falls on the club. And again, like Charlie said, I'm losing a bit of faith in terms of what we're actually trying to do for this season. If we certain comments that were made by the manager this last week as well, so it's a lot, but we're gonna get into it, man.
100%. AJ, what you saying, man? Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Big up, man. Been sick, still a little sick, but getting better. But nah, man, I'm just pissed, bro. Chelsea just been pissing me off. These players pissing me off. The manager pissing me off. The people who control the money pissing me off. Like, you know, I'm just not feeling it right now. So, you know, I got a lot to say. So
100%, bro. 100%, man. I'm feeling deflated as well. I can't lie, for those exact same reasons. What you saying, Winter Surfer, man?
Hey, man, this might not sound popular, but I'm pissed at Cole Palmer for that second chance on Saturday, man. That's what I'm pissed at. Was we go 2-0 up and that game's different, I'm telling you right now.
I'm pissed at him for a lot of reasons.
How many games have we said that? How many times have I done a Michael Owen and spoke about Jason goals change games, bro?
Yeah, finishing
every week.
But I keep saying it, I've said it for 2 years, man. This team ain't going to get anywhere quickly with that absolute, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to demonetize you, but that certain person in goal. That's all. Do you know what I mean? So, but
yeah, you know, I hear it, bro.
Man. When are people going to learn? That's it.
100%. What you saying, Jim?
I'm here, bro. I'm here, man. Robin SANCHEZ, man. We're going to talk about him.
Oh. You know what I'm saying, people? Look at the mood. Look what the man them are doing to the man them right now, bro. Yeah? Everyone's down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's go through the chat. Let's use in the chat right now. Big up to Telco. He says here, praying they talk about how badly we were set up for this game. Bro, we're going to talk about that. Trust me. Yeah? He says, out of all the Chelsea creators, Don was the only one talking about how badly it was. Bro, listen, the setup in this game, Maresca, for me, I'm blaming mainly Maresca for this game. I'll be real. I'll be honest with you, bruv. Big up Sean as well. Says, big up, get Duran. Listen, we'll talk about that as well. To Telco, big up my G. Jardel says, big up the panel. Dumb and Dumber need to get my manager the one thing he's begging for. 100%, man. Those two cramped twins, we need to speak about them as well.
We talk about Wing Stanley and the other fuckhead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
That's what I call them. Yeah. That's what I call them, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
But, just to give my take on this game, you know, I've done a preview of LB, and one of the main things that I said about Man City right now, bro, as we all know, is that this is not the Man City of old in their prime, where they're cutting through teams, they're scoring a lot of goals. Defensively, they're defending their box quite well. This is a team that's aging in the midfield. This is a team that struggles to really press and hunt down teams at the minute. And, you know, it's so easy to play through them, bro, because defensively, they're not even that good at the moment. You know what I'm saying? The amount of times I'm watching their goals back that they've conceded, so many crosses are being whipped in. So many teams are exploiting that high line. And for me, going into the game, I said an area of the pitch that we need to win our midfield battle is the midfield, bro, right? We win that midfield battle, we're on our way to hopefully getting a result in this game, because that's an area that I'm seeing many teams cutting through. You know, Bournemouth, even West Ham, they got battered, cool, but when they scored their goal, it was through the midfield. PSG, bro, through the midfield. So many different examples of that. And in this game, you know, initially, the intensity of the game was high. You saw Jackson, he made my man, you know, make a mistake straight away. The intensity was good. We scored within, 2 minutes of the game. Madueke scores there, right? After that, we're pressing them as well. You're seeing Cole Palmer. He had an opportunity to pass it to Jackson. Obviously, he misplaced. He put a little bit too much oomph on that pass. It wasn't a good pass to him. Some people are arguing, you know, Jackson should do better in that situation. For me, bro, it's a shit pass. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I'm looking at there.
Thank
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a
terrible.
terrible
Had a kick down, drag down argument the other day. I'm like, yo, I know we don't like Jackson, but bruh, that was a terrible fucking pass. He should have struck it one time. What?
One time, bro. The thing is, yeah, Edison even had the goal covered during that time. You know what I mean? So by the time he tried to shoot, Edison will probably just grab it. You know what I'm saying? So that was poor from him. And then the rest of the time, we just sat back. You know, Foden tucking into the midfield was giving Man City a massive overload in the middle. You had Noni and Guardiola on that side. He had so many warning signs of Guardiola getting in behind. He was really struggling off the ball. You know what I'm saying? He scored his goal. Then after that, he just kind of checked out of the game, which was pissing me off. And we've seen Maresca speak about that many times. He scores and he forgets about the rest of the game. You know what I mean? And then surprise, surprise, Man City end up scoring from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Where Guardiola, he sees Madueke's ball watching. The ball goes over the top. High line, that high line was mad for the first goal that they scored. You're seeing Guardiola get in there. He scores. And in the second half, bro, we come out a little bit of intensity for a little bit. I'm seeing Edison kicking the ball out. But after that, it was the same shit. We're just giving these guys so much time on the ball, so much space to just play it in behind to Haaland, right? You play it in behind to the likes of Haaland, what do you think is going to happen? Obviously, Sanchez shouldn't be coming out the way he did, but I was seeing that same situation where he's been isolated, where Haaland's been isolated by himself a couple of times. For the third goal, the same thing happened again. He gets the ball, he pins Colwill. I don't know what the fuck Chalobah was doing. He pops it off to Foden. They score another goal, bro. You know what I mean? They didn't even have to work for this game. We literally played it into their hands because we played a high line, and on top of that, we weren't pressing that well from the front. And what killed this game off was, number one, the Sanchez goal that he conceded, and number two, the substitution of Nkuku. Yeah? Because he brought on Nkuku, and honestly, bro, we weren't playing with a striker for a good 30 minutes. I'll show you the screenshots after. I was seeing, man, in various positions away from the box. Yeah? Various positions away from the box. I'm not even looking at him too tough. I'm looking at Maresca. Yeah? This is a game where we needed intensity. You bring on the likes of Mark Gill, even if he's not ready yet. I'm tired of that line. He's not ready. He's here now, bro. Fucking use him. What did you say in the summer? Oh, Gill's not going to go anywhere. We're happy with him right now. If you're happy with him, why the fuck are you playing him, bro? Because we needed someone to just hunt Akanji down, hunt Stones down. These men had too much time on the ball to pick out any pass that they wanted. And for me, that was the main reason why we lost. Practically in this game, Maresca was a mess. Yeah? Maresca was an absolute mess. You know what I mean? But Charlie, what did you think of the game, bro? Because obviously you was at the game. Talk us through, like, you know, when we scored, how it was, and the atmosphere after that as well, bro.
No, bro, look, I think we started the game really well. First 15, 20 minutes were good. And then from that point, I think it was our worst performance of the season. I mean, I described it after the game as a coward's performance. And I think it was, you know, when you're in a situation where you're one up early doors, you've got a 20-year-old who don't speak any English, who's making his debut, big step up from France, did about 1 or 2 training sessions. He's made a mistake first 5 minutes. He's on a booking. Why at that point are you not smelling blood and trying to get this guy sent off, or doing everything down his side, or making sure that, you know, everything, you know, you try and do everything through him? I didn't understand that. And then from the point that Palmer missed, why he's not taking that on his own, I'm not sure. Secondly, yes, the pass is not good enough. You could also say that if Jackson was confident and his confidence was up and he wasn't on a barren spell, maybe he takes that first time. I'm not saying he scores, but there's a possibility that he could take that first time if his confidence is up. But ultimately, it's the pass that ruins the opportunity. And then from that point onwards, mate, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, how are we getting over run in midfield with Gundogan and Kovacic as a midfield two? Secondly, how many warnings do we need that this high line, the ball over the top, is getting in there every single time? How many times do we need to see that we're making Vardio look like a prime Henri on that left-hand side? Need one warning? No. Two warnings? No. Three warnings? Like, where's the communication on the pitch to say that, hang on a second, guys, this line needs to drop 5 yards because they're getting in over the top every time? Why are Reece and Cucurella not telling Sancho and Madueke, guys, get higher up the pitch so that Vardio and Nunes aren't going to bomb forward as much? Why are those conversations not taking place? If you can't realise that on the pitch, why is the message not getting across from the manager that we need to drop this back? And it goes back to leadership and know-how and a lack of leadership. If Thiago, I hate going on about the past players and that, but if Thiago Silva's in that back line, we drop 5 yards after the first time that ball over the top happens. No doubt about it. No one's taking responsibility. There's no leadership. There's no one saying, guys, I think we should drop 5. But I'm also questioning, why has the manager seen that happen 3 times and not issued an instruction to drop a little bit deeper to stop this happening? And we just waited for it to happen again and again and again until they scored. And that was unforgivable. I think, obviously, yes, the Sanchez mistake kills the game off, but even at 1-1 up until that point, from minute 20, we offered absolutely nothing in this game. And that game was there for the taking. And for me, we lack that killer instinct. I think we lack that elite level mentality as well. I have to be honest, because I tell you what, a serious team, right, smells blood and that game's dead in 30 minutes. Yep, exactly. And that's not us right now. And this game highlighted exactly what we're missing in terms of a 9, in terms of a top class centre back, in terms of leadership and experience on the pitch. This game summed up everything we're missing. And I have to be honest, I'm not even surprised it happened either. I'm really not surprised. 100%. It just followed the same pattern that we've seen for the last 7 games. Score a goal, don't take your chances, drop off, get punished. And it's just rinse and repeat. And it doesn't really look like it's changing anytime soon, which is the most concerning thing.
100%, bro. And that's one thing that I kept saying to everyone, really. I said, bro, we're only going to lose this game because of mentality. And the mentality in the first few minutes, you can see here, this is the 8th minute of the game. We're 1-0 up. You can see the intensity and the mentality is on. Look at Chalobah right now, yeah? He's pressing man-to-man to Mamouche there. You've got Akanji, we're pressing him there. We're pressing someone else there. Cole Palmer's closing down that space. This is how we actually won the ball back to go and pass it to Cole Palmer. So if you look, Chalobah wins the ball back here, right? He then plays it to Palmer. That was from us pressing high there, as you can see, right? Palmer goes through on goal, yeah? You can see here, this is where Cole Palmer should be playing the ball. And all Jackson's got to do is just roll it in. The ball should be here, bro. Look where the ball ends up, yeah? The ball ends up here. You know what I'm saying? The ball ends up here, bro, right? So now Jackson's got a dilly-dally on it. Like, yeah, cool. A few people would say he could have taken a touch. Like, if you see here, if he's a little bit more confident, for example here, like a Haaland, he'll probably just use his left foot and slide it in, right? But if you're playing at this level, actually any level that you're playing at football, right, you should know the ability of your players. And you know Jackson's not confident right now. Therefore, like I keep saying to you, Jimmy, I keep saying to you, week after week, we have to make it as easy as possible for Jackson because he's honestly like a toddler in front of goal. I swear down, bro. You know what I mean? So why play such a difficult pass to him when you know that he's not confident? You know he's not clinical. You know, I'm not really looking at Jackson for that. I'm mainly looking at Palmer because when you look at Palmer in a situation like this, 9 times out of 10, that's going straight to Jackson, bro. You know what I mean? What did you think? What did you think of this situation here, though, Ads, man?
I thought it was disgraceful, I'll be real. And I'm going to start with Palmer because he's a guy that we hold up to the highest standard. Again, into the team of the year, the whole celebrations going everywhere. He's becoming a viral sensation. And all these things are great. And he's getting a lot of the acclaim. And for the most part, he just deserves it. But what frustrates me about this team is that this isn't the Chelsea of old where you have a young Hazard coming into the team. And he was clearly the best technical player at the club. But you have people that could pattern this guy. You have nobody that can pattern Cole Palmer because, I'm sorry, after you drop another stinker in the big game, again, this isn't the first or the second or the third. This is probably the fourth or fifth big game he's stanked the place out against a big team this season. He's there laughing with Pep, cracking jokes, smiling. Like, no, that's not at my football club. Again, the football club that these directors and these owners are trying to make it to be, maybe that's acceptable. Well, it's Brighton on steroids of money. Cool, maybe that's acceptable at a Brighton level, but not at Chelsea fucking football club. This is a disgrace. And again, the performance that he's allowed to put like that, and people want to go and defend him just because he's got a few goals this season. He's been, yes, our best player probably. In fact, behind Caicedo, he's been top. Cole Palmer is a top player, but performances like that, and then when you have the moment to kill the game, to be 2-0 up against a team that were low on confidence, that just got battered off PSG, a chance to kill the game, and you produce that moment of quality, horrific. And again, Palmer, he needs to step it up. But again, Jackson, I'm not going to blame him for that moment. But again, you say if he was confident, he would maybe slot down his left foot. I'm sorry, I've seen Jackson be confident and still show that he has no left foot. Again, the fact that we have all these attackers that we spent millions on, and all of them are so criminally one-footed, I just hate it. And again, I agree mostly with what you said, Don. Same with you, Charlie. You mentioned that any serious team goes and kills that team, and I was just laughing because I saw a Tottenham team come and kill a City at the Etihad. I've seen United kill City at the Etihad. I've seen many teams come into this season and get their lick on Man City. And why isn't it us? We haven't beat them in 4 or 5 years. Why can't we get our lick at Man City? Because we ain't got the fucking players to do it. Because these men are fucking bottle jobs. And as much as they're talented, they're young, they've got a great future. And a few months ago, a month and a bit ago, they were making us believe. They're making us think that, you know what, we can maybe stay up there in a title race and be in conversations. Well, what the fuck happened to those conversations? Where are we right now? We're looking at flipping 6, 7 behind the likes of Bournemouth, Forest, Newcastle. It's ridiculous. And again, I put a lot of that game on Maresca. Again, I'm not going to talk about it too much tactically because it's the same thing that we saw against the likes of Palace, against Fulham and other teams, where we start pretty good. We don't kill a game off and we have a chance to kill the game off. And then tactically, second half, we don't address certain things. I do think we actually changed a few things in the half that made it a bit better. We actually had a bit more control of the game. Again, we weren't playing like pussies in the first half. We were just sitting up for them, letting them sling long ball after long ball after long ball in behind us. Yeah, we changed a bit. But then this is why I do blame Maresca, because it's your choice. You pick the lineup. As much as I'm onto the directors, and they're the reasons why the squad is how it is, and I think they're the biggest problem with this season. At the end of the day, Maresca picks the team, and there's somebody he was spending all the last week capping for, defending, and even throwing other players under the bus for, and that's the keeper, freaking Sanchez, who once again let us down in a big game. And how many times have I going to see this guy let us down and then complain about it? I'm tired. I'm not going to complain about it and talk about the intricacies of his mistake. I know the guy's a bozo. I know he wasn't good enough at Brighton. Man wasn't good enough at Brighton. So why is he at my club stinking it up when we're going to spend money on a keeper? So listen, it's ridiculous right now. Boy, we need to make sure we finish top 4. I don't even know what it's looking at right now in the situation. But again, with the current state of this squad, and again, no midfield depth, no real leaders at the back, you've got an absolute cloudy goal, and you've got a striker who I do believe in, but I don't believe in to be the main number one that you have nobody to back him up. Again, we talked about with Drogba, who you believe still had Shevchenko coming to try to take his spot. Torres, Anelka, other players always come in. So why are we leaving Jackson to be the man by himself? So listen, I'm vexed. It was the most vexed I've been after a game this season. Only second to United, because I thought United, that shit United team, boy, we should have packed them. But again, in big games, these players don't deliver. And that's why I'm mad of seeing these guys get all the acclaim and act like it's all good to be in 6 with Chelsea Football Club. It's not acceptable. I'm not going to have people lower the standards just because we were 10th last season at this stage of the season. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
100%, bro. Listen, you're spot on about a lot of the things there, man. And something that Charlie mentioned earlier was, you know, how Man City basically dominated our midfield, bro. It always seemed like they had an extra man in midfield, Jim. And you can see exactly why, bro. Because Foden started on the right in this game, but he was actually inverting into the midfield to be that additional player. Gundogan was playing here as like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He kept picking up the ball. Between him and Cover, they kept rotating. One of them will pick it up, and then one person will be here. You know, then he'll pick it up, and one person will be here. And you can see here, you've got Enzo Fernandez and Jadon Sancho. It's a 3v2 situation, right? That's just going to get played around them if the ball gets through here. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think that Maresca, what was the main issue with how we sort of set up, Jim, for you? That led to these chances being created, man. Because again, on this side, if you even look at this side of the pitch, look at this, right? This is Kovacic playing the ball over the top. Like I said, Gundogan and Kovacic kept swapping, yeah? So you see he plays it over the top here, and you can see, look at Noni. Look where Noni is, right? Look where Gundogan ends up, yeah? And that was a warning sign, bro. That was a warning sign. He shot and it just went off target. And that was before he ended up scoring the goal. So there was so many warning signs there. That one ball over the top, Noni ball watching, bro. What do you think Maresca got wrong in this game for you, Jim?
Picking Sanchez. That's my problem. Picking Sanchez. Like I ain't really like Man City ain't do shit to me. They had 2 long balls over the top that was defended terrible by our goalkeeper for one. I don't know. Trevor Chalobah just got dunked on. Yeah, he just looked like a little bitch against Haaland. I'm sorry, he looked like a bitch. No excuse. I don't care how good Haaland is. Trevor Chalobah looked like a bitch. And
this is our highlight, by the way. This is our highlight for the goal.
What about Colwill?
Hold on, look. Let me show you that, man. Look at this.
The first goal. This is one person's. I hate to make it sound like that, but this is Madueke. Like if anybody I expect to make a mistake like this is a fucking winger who you relying to hold a line. Like I hate the fact that I'm relying on a fucking attacking winger to make us to make a smart defensive play. This is what I'd expect to fuck this up. Just being real. Like if you're relying on an attacking winger to hold the line, then you're already in a negative
Sometimes
position.
the games take calls for that. We need somebody to mark the the biggest threat. So why don't you have it? So what really we lacked is a leader in the middle to make sure that the line's always patterned, because the line wasn't good for most of the half.
Exactly. Look at that line, Jim. Look at that line. Look where Colwill was, bro.
This goal, I'll take this goal. I'll take this goal because this goal is based on an error by somebody that you hope they don't make a fuck up, but if they make a fuck up, it's like, okay.
There's loads of errors in this goal, though. Like, Colwill was horrible. He stepped up to Mark
Yeah,
Caicedo.
I can get on this goal. I can accept this goal. The goals I cannot accept.
Wait, what do you mean you can accept this goal? Wait, hold on. Why can you accept this goal, bro?
Because it's Madueke that fucked this up.
Yeah.
It's not just Madueke, though. You look at Colwill's positioning.
It's only Madueke. It's only Madueke.
How are we going to allow Cucurella getting bitched by Nunes like that? How are we going to do it?
Look where Madueke ends up. Madueke ends up behind Guardiola, and he's quicker than Guardiola. So how the fuck is he behind him?
Because
Levi Colwill makes the fatal mistake here. If Levi go back 2 screenshots, Don. If Levi Colwill is in his position, he covers for everybody's mistake.
He does, but here's my thing. Here, I'm gonna say it again. This goal, I can accept this goal. I don't. Why? Because I can. What I can accept, what I cannot accept, is that bullshit I saw for the second goal. They went straight down the pipe. Okay, you got done then. All right, Trev, you got.
Wait, before we go into the second goal, Jimmy, let's finish up on the first goal, bro, because there was multiple errors here. AJ, talk about the Colwill, because obviously Jimmy's not really looking at Colwill for this. He's looking more at Madueke. I want to hear why you think Colwill's at fault for this and plays a big part here. Because for me, I think there's multiple errors here.
There's multiple errors, but we all have taken tests, and you have to choose the best answer, right? It's not choose only the right answer; it's choose the best answer. Jimmy is right, and Madueke made a mistake, 100%. Ads is right in saying Cucurella should have been stronger, but as the center back, you have the most responsibility in our defense in terms of keeping the organization and covering for mistakes. True. And getting beat over the top and down the middle. You never saw Thiago Silva get beat over the top down the middle. Why? Because he positioned himself so he can't get beat over the top. Colwill is stepping into a dead pass. I understand whoever's on the ball can play that ball too. Is that Bernardo or whoever that is in front of Colwill who he stepped into? But that's a dead pass.
That's Mamouche, bro.
Whoever it is. That situation, that's a problem for you to step, because look, him stepping up, Haaland is onside. Look at how many options who could have got the ball just because of this. Haaland is onside right here. Do you realize that? The person next to Haaland, he's onside, and Vardiol, who ended up scoring, everybody is onside because Madueke is out of position, and then Colwill is not covering the space behind. If Colwill's in the space, again, he's still going to get through. He's still going to be in a 50-50, but the chances of him winning that is basically, you know, he has a very good opportunity of winning the ball. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So that's
I
my
agree.
AJ spitting facts, because look at the massive hole that it left here. Cucurella right now is basically playing in the position where Colwill should be, and
Agreed.
Cucurella should be basically here covering whoever's going to make that overlapping run. And Jimmy's right, and Andrew's right as well. You see Noni here, like I showed you in the previous screenshots. He was shocking off the ball, bro. He was jogging, and he literally just watched Guardiola run towards the ball. Yeah, and look, he scores from it, bro. Yeah, he scores. There were so many warning signs before that. I honestly don't understand why he didn't wake up and think, bro, I need to be marking this guy. He just thought, yeah, I've scored my goal. That's it. My job's done. You know what I'm saying, Andrew? That's the biggest problem with Noni right now, man.
Yeah, he's got and also he's a great dribbler, as you say. He's a great dribbler, but I think he just dribbles for dribble sake at the moment because there's nothing at the end of it. I know we'll go through the game again, but nothing summed Noni up more than the end of the game when he dribbled past like 3 Man City players and he gets in the box and all he has to do is pass it back to Nkunku and somehow he crosses it and it goes out for a throw-in or something like that. But I agree with Jimmy on that one. I mean, it's Noni's mistake there, and like the goalkeeper doesn't help as well because if you actually go back, the goalkeeper started coming on or then started going back. It's just that is what I know.
That was the point of that. It wasn't just Noni. There was multiple mistakes in that.
Yeah, it's multiple things.
When there's no pressure on the ball, it's the oldest lesson in the book that they tell you can't step up the line if there's no pressure on the ball. Drop off, relieve pressure. But Colwill stepping out is ridiculous. But I don't think
do you know the funny thing? I don't think they saw Noni there at the back. Do you know what I mean? No one saw Noni there. I don't know what he's doing there in the first place.
That's why I criticize the fact that there's no leaders in the back. There's nobody worried about anybody else. They're all worried about their own position. Nobody's there trying to dictate the backline and make sure that they're actually in a good shape. Pull people back in. Nobody's doing that. That's on the sporting directors because I'm not going to expect it from Trev. I'm not going to expect it from Levi. These men they want to be leaders, but they're not actual leaders. They're not people that are going to lead and people follow them. They just say,
look at this. It's another long ball. I don't know if you remember this one, Charlie, as well, but it's another long ball that was played to Haaland again from Gundogan. Yeah, you got all that space there in the middle, right? And you got Colwill. He tried to do some little fly kick pass. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do, and then before you know it, it goes in behind to fucking Haaland, bro. You know what I mean? Time and time again, they kept doing that.
You know what, Don?
And before you know it,
for this, I'm on you for this because Don, this whole season you're talking about Levi has been having a great season, all these things, and to be fair, I was said at the time he was, but you were talking about putting him in conversations with Gabriel and these kind of people, and I was like, let's just chill.
No, I never put him in conversation with Gabriel. Don't change it. But carry on.
If you're talking about him with Gabriel and comparing them games and all this stuff, and I was like, listen, yeah, I hear it, and obviously at his age, Colwill's doing great things. But my thing is, in big games consistently, I've always been seeing it. He's been letting us down. He's been making big mistakes, whether it was Liverpool, whether it was Arsenal, Man United. And again, this game, I might have given him some credence because it was his first game back from injury. I might have given him some. But that performance was so bad, and I've seen it before, I'm not going to give you any allowance because that is horrible. And I don't get what the underlying metrics say. Colwill defensively in these big games has let us down time after time after time. And that can't be accepted.
Yeah. I agree with you, bro. I think in the big games, he's been a big bozo. You know, the Liverpool game at Anfield, bro, he lost his head. You know what I'm saying? You've got the Arsenal game as well. Like, he weren't great there. Against Haaland this season, all in all, he struggled. I thought he did a better job at the bridge, to be fair, because we didn't play such a high line. But overall, we know Colwill 1v1 defending, bro. Gabriel was better than him. And I told you this at the time. But what I told you at the time is that he's performing at a very, very good level. Because start of the season, before Caicedo started to pick up more consistency, he was our best player, bruv, right? He was playing very well. And for you were kind of sitting back to say, do you know what? Let's see how he gets on. And I agreed with you at the time, bro. I said, right now, he's outperforming a lot of centers. You actually watch what Colwill was doing, even defensively, there hasn't been many bozo moments. The turning point for him this season, it came against Liverpool at Anfield. That was the worst performance of his season so far. Because remember before that, we were all saying he was playing well, bro, right? But in the big games, you're spot on, bro. He hasn't been good in the big game. He's not been good enough.
I feel like there was a conversation about, would you swap Gabriel for Colwill, something like that. And I feel like you and other people are saying that, I wouldn't take Gabriel over Colwill. And obviously, when you say age thing, that's different. But in terms of how they're playing, and Colwill was more on the ball, cool. But I just feel like you need to do more. My point is, you need to do more in the shirt to earn that kind of respect and be put up with people who have been doing it for 2-3 years. And for me, Colwill,
what I said,
having a relatively good season, I need to see way more because things like this can happen. That changes the conversation completely.
What I said was, for me, if I was to take one of those centre backs from Arsenal, I'll probably play Saliba next to Colwill. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I said, and the reasons why I said that is because offensively, the way he helps us start attacks from the back, the way he punches in the ball and that, it's amazing, right? And I said to you at the time, bro, I said one-on-one defensively as a defender, Gabriel's better than Colwill. But I said for the system that we play, I think he would suit it more because of how he helps us build from the back. And if I was to get a centre back from Arsenal, I'd bring in Saliba to play next to him. That's what I said, bro.
I also think he's he was starting to build up a good understanding and partnership with Fofana.
He was.
They started like 12 league games together, right? Since then, we suffered the same thing we suffered the past 2 years, where our centre back partnerships just get mashed up. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, he still lacks the immaturity for me. I mean, someone put in the chat, I like his hyperbolic that he's the worst academy product out of Cobham. You're obviously a troll, or you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But he's got qualities there, and he had been playing well like the rest of us guys up until this recent run of form. So he has got to improve, but that comes from a young centre back, right? Do you know what I mean? Look, we always big up John Terry, and rightfully so, but John Terry wouldn't be half the centre back he was without Marcel Desailly. Do you know what I mean? He just wouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's one area where we should be. Yes. I mean, no, I didn't want to keep Thiago Silva because his age was showing last season, and he got beat so many times. It wasn't very good. But that's one area that we should. We're not going to buy like 28-year-olds or something, but we should buy at least one or two experienced defenders. It doesn't really matter the age, but really experienced defenders, to come in and just help out like that. But he needs to step up, and he didn't play well. I also think everyone goes he's always weak and something like that, but that's just his frame. That's his genetics. Do you know what I mean?
He'll get bigger as he grows.
Christensen had the same. Do you know what I mean? It was
But I think Christensen was better. Was a better defender than this guy.
People still forget he's 21.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? If he was like 26, 27, then it's a different conversation. But to not expect mistakes from a 21-year-old. What is this his second full season of Premier League?
Yeah, because he never played a full season at Brighton. And he was in and out.
At Brighton. So this is my point. I admit that he's not been amazing this season and he's made mistakes, but I think too many people, I'm not saying any of you guys have, I think too many people in general are holding him to a ridiculous standard and not realizing that he's 21 years old in his second full season of playing Premier League football. There's going to be mistakes. Rather than looking at Colwell's mistakes and what Colwell's doing, the bigger question should be why we haven't signed someone to help him.
That's supposed to be Tosin too, right? Isn't that what Tosin's there for?
But he wasn't signed to start, though. This is my point, right? You need someone to start along. You need a top.
I agree. I fully agree.
Was a Van Dijk type signing. That's what we needed. Level experience. A starting level centre back to go and play to replace Thiago Silva. We didn't replace Thiago Silva. We essentially replaced Thiago Silva with Tosin this summer. That's what we did. And that's not fair.
Should Tosin have even started the game? Why was he dropped? That's another
high line because he wanted to play a high line, didn't he? He wanted to play a high line. You need Chalobah for that. You can't play Tosin in the high line, bro. That would be peak.
Colwill who came in really because Chalobah.
Everyone's in the chat going about the. Everyone's in the chat
going about the high line though. AJ.
I hear it, but I mean,
just to the Colwill thing and his age. People in the chat going about the Bournemouth defenders are young. Yeah, playing for Bournemouth and playing for Chelsea is two different pressures. Yeah. Right? I'm not even, and they might be riding high right now, but let's be serious and let's be sensible, okay? And stop being hyperbolic about he's the worst or anything like that. He's in a run of bad form like the rest of the team. We weren't saying this about him when we were doing 8 wins in a row. Do you know what I mean? It's just some hyperbolic nonsense.
What it is with Colwill, the hate for Colwill comes from two sets of people in the fan base. So you've got one set of people in the fan base that think Colwill was a generational player and they overrate him, right? And they talk about him as if he's ready to be playing all the time and he's an amazing defender. And then you've got another set of them that don't like this guy because of the fan base, the part of the fan base that overrate him. So now any chance they get, they overly cook him. Like what Charlie's saying, bro. He's only 21, right? Centre backs usually come into their own when they're like 25, 26. But like he's saying again, the issue that you've got is he hasn't got like a Rudiger next to him to help him, bro. Right? Last season, Chalobah looked amazing when he was next to Thiago Silva. Colwill himself looked a lot better when he was next to Thiago Silva. These are all things that help young players because you've got someone else that you're looking up to. Whereas Colwill was the one that certain man are looking up to, bro. You know what I mean?
Even Maresca had a great spell next to Thiago Silva. You know,
Maresca had a great spell next to Thiago Silva, bro. You know,
but this just then comes back to what everything really comes back to is massive holes in our recruitment. That's what this all comes back to.
It does, bro. 100%, man. And listen, a big hole part of this recruitment right now, yeah, is you know, the L that we took ads in bringing in this bozo of a goalkeeper. I would have loved to go to Jimmy for this one because I know Jimmy wanted to cook this guy. But listen, we all want to cook this guy because he's a fucking bozo. And like I've told you lot 1,000,001 times, this brother, I see so many people at the games shouting at Sanchez. Yeah, so many players, bro. I know they go back home and they complain to their missus, they complain to their boys. Why am I playing with this bozo? They'll be playing pro clubs, they'll be playing Call of Duty, complaining about Roberto, bro. I want him out of the club. You know what I mean? He fucking stinks, bruv. Yeah? What was he doing for that goal, ads? Please talk me through it because I'm struggling to understand. Bro.
What he was doing was instilling fear in all of our centre backs because imagine Trev's running back and he knows he's got Haaland on his shoulder. So he's thinking, shit, I've got Haaland on my shoulder. I need to be on point. And then he turns and he sees Sanchez 20 yards off his line. Nowhere near the ball, literally in no man's land. And then that's why Trev slipped, because Trev is just panicking, thinking, I got Haaland here, a goalkeeper's in no man's land, it's peak for me, and then you give Haaland an easy finish. He's never scoring from there if the keeper's on his line, because we know Haaland's limits. He's not going to twist past, man. He's going to have to pass it back to the midfield. They're going to probably have to reset the attack, or we're going to get people at least back to defend whatever they're going to do next. But again, it's just the keeper doing what he's been doing all season. Again, like I said earlier, he wasn't good enough at Brighton, but for some reason he's good enough here. And I think I know the reason now. It's Ben Roberts, or whoever that brother is, his second dad, who we also brought from Brighton, and we didn't decide to sack along with Graham Potter. Again, you made the decision that Graham Potter isn't good enough for this football club. So why isn't everybody that he brought along? Why are all his plus ones still good enough? Why is any of his plus ones good enough for our club? So the fact that he's still here, and apparently all the rumors coming out that he's the main reason why he's even in the team, and the head of global scouting for goalkeepers or some bullshit.
Yeah,
maybe he's the reason.
He's head of global goalkeeping for Blueco. It's mental. Well, I don't know how he's got so much power in the club, and like I don't want to do up conspiracy theories or anything weird like that, but I think it's quite evident for me that a big reason why Sanchez is playing is his relationship with Ben Roberts. I don't think Maresca's an idiot. He surely can't watch this week in, week out and think that this guy should still be playing.
That's my thing, right? I'm just hoping that a manager who has it, like, again, managers have their own egos and everything like that. So I'm hoping he took a big enough dent to his ego, having defended this guy in the previous press conference, to then see him literally cost you a big game again. That maybe that's the final straw. That makes him think, you know what?
Yeah,
Jorgensen's coming.
Not an idiot.
But I mean, he's moving like an idiot right now. But hopefully, he's seen enough from Jorgensen in the game that he's coming. The Jorgensen's been decent. So why can't this is why I was even mad at Jorgensen signing.
One at a time, man. One at a time. Let me read this quote. Before you come in, AJ, let me read this quote for people. To remind people of this quote, yeah? Go on, land your point, bro.
You know, all I wanted to say is that this is why I was even mad in the summer, because we signed Jorgensen, who, again, I thought was a decent goalkeeper, but I didn't think he was a profile enough, big enough to be the main number one. I thought we should have gone and signed somebody that's going to be the number one. Or you just trust Jorgensen. But as soon as I saw in preseason and then the first game that he wasn't trusted, for me, that signing was instantly an L, because, again, Sanchez wasn't good enough at Brighton. He wasn't even good enough for Poch last season. Petrovic benched him. So why is Maresca taking this long to realize something that we've all already known? So that's why, for me, this is vex, bro. Vex on this situation.
100%, bro. And listen, this is what Maresca said before the game, yeah? After the Wolves game, sorry. He said, Robert is okay. It's a matter of time for me to understand that anything can happen. How many times has Moy missed a pass? Many times. How many times has Nico missed a goal? Many times. How many times has Noni missed a cross? Many times. Robert has made 4 mistakes. It's normal. There isn't anything strange behind this. It is our job. And that was number 5. Yeah. So after that, AJ, straight after that, bro, the manager's coming out defending him, and he can't even pay back the manager's trust, and he goes and makes another bozo mistake, bro. You know, what do you think about this thing that Maresca's doing right now, protecting him, bro? And
Maresca,
for you, how are you gonna react if he keeps him in against West Ham, bro?
Bro, I don't even know, bro. If Maresca keeps Sanchez in for the next game, what kind of message is he sending to the team and the fan base, right? Like, this is what happens when you talk too much. You see that response that you just read? He's talking too much. Yeah. Shut up. Why are you talking so much? He's getting too comfortable in this shit now where he's talking and talking and talking. Just respond to the questions. You know Sanchez has made mistakes. Just admit to the mistakes and say he's working on it or we're working on it and move past. You fucking chatting in the fucking press conference, and then this is what karma is. The next game, literally, Sanchez makes the worst mistake. We literally watched it happen in slow motion. We knew what was happening. So it's like, bro, just shut up. Like, this is what I don't like about Maresca now. He's I don't know. You see, the thing with business and politics is there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't know. So you got to protect interests and protect certain things that's going on. So that when that starts seeping into the team and into the media, you can see it right away. And we read that response is us reading it right away. So I'm just hoping that, because remember when Maresca first joined and that good period we had from like the fall period up until late December. Maresca was saying all the right things. He was sturdy. He was like, if you're not performing, you're not in the team, and it's about training and this, that, and the thing. Yeah. What happened to all of that? What happened to that? It's like
mad, right?
Go ahead.
No, go on, finish off, mate. Sorry.
No, I mean
that's more position. Before you finish up,
that's essentially my point. He's like a different person now. I don't understand it. He's like turned into this soft shit. I don't like that.
100%, bro.
And this has to be the last week of it. He got to go back to what he was doing before. Merit. If you're playing like shit, come off the fucking field. And that's half the fucking squad, Cole Palmer included. And then you fucking. I wonder what he's thinking and what he's done since seeing the clip of Cole Palmer walking off the field with Pep Guardiola, giggy, like it's something fucking funny. What's funny? You just got smoked. You left this club. You think Pep is stupid? Pep playing chess. He's doing all of that on purpose, and you just falling into the bait. I hope Cole Palmer got smoked, and if I was his teammate, I'm smoking him too. What are you doing?
Bro,
and Cole Palmer, he's too comfortable. He's way too comfortable. Nobody's on the team boxing him up in training and bigging him up, big chesting him. Everybody's just, Cole Palmer, this shit. The fucking fans. The social media account, everything is Cole Palmer. They're showing the little kids doing the shit. This is why he's like this, because we've just given him everything already. We haven't won shit, and he's fucking too comfortable.
I was just going to say, sorry, just back on the Sanchez thing, right?
Yeah, that's harsh.
If you're Philip Jorgensen,
I don't care if it's harsh. I don't give a fuck.
If you're Jorgensen and you're sitting and watching Sanchez make mistake after mistake after mistake every single week, playing terribly, and you still can't get into the team, what are you thinking when you're sitting on the bench? You're thinking, if I can't get a chance now, when am I ever getting my chance? Like that it's like if you operate on a meritocracy basis, right? Philip Jorgensen should be playing. It's as simple as that. How many chances does Sanchez need? It's been literally pretty much most weeks this season. He's been making mistake after mistake after mistake. Now, I get it that in a certain degree, changing a goalkeeper is different to changing an outfield player, because you make that change and you don't just make it for one game. You generally make it for a considerable amount of time, normally speaking. So maybe it's a bit of a bigger decision. I'm not saying it should be, but thinking from the manager's point of view, it probably is a bit of a bigger decision than changing an outfield player. So I understand that to a certain degree. But when the evidence is mounting, like, I don't know what else has to happen for a change to be made. Do we have to miss out on the top 4? Do we have to lose more games? What's it gonna take right now? Because it's already well past the point where he should have been dropped. He should have been dropped.
You're spitting facts. You're spitting facts, bro, and that's what I'm saying as well.
So I don't understand right now what. So if What is it that Jorgensen's not doing, which is making him not be able to get in the team? That's what I'd like to know. Is he not doing something in training? Is there just blind faith in Sanchez? Or let's be honest here. I think for me the only reason is, as I mentioned earlier, is there's club politics at play here.
That's what. Listen, I was telling you, lot, bro. I said for me, Jorgensen, because initially when I watched this guy back, I was like, I'm not convinced, because like I kept seeing him punching the ball into like the middle part of the pitch where someone could just get a rebound on it. But the more I watched him when we was like strongly linked, I said, you know what? He actually looks quite good, and his shot stopping is a lot better than what I expected. And last season, Jorgensen registered more saves per game and registered more saves in total than any other goalkeeper in La Liga. And I was telling you lot over the summer, I'm watching what team did he come from? Villarreal, innit? Villarreal, yeah. I'm watching Villarreal games. They conceded over 60 goals just like us. Their goal difference was 0, right? And I'm seeing Jorgensen fighting for his life. They had no midfield. Their defenders were moving like ours. I'm seeing Jorgensen just fighting for his life, making bare saves. On the ball, he's looking a lot more comfortable. I told you as well, Ads, early on, I said, bro, watch Jorgensen closely on the ball. When the ball comes to him, he brings it down comfortably, right? And in the box as well, I don't think he's bad in the box. I know against Morecambe, he had a moment where he kind of just collect the cross and whatnot. But other than that, I haven't seen him having mad moments like that. I think in his career, he's only had one mistake that's led directly to a goal in his career, bro. Sanchez, 5 already. And we're not even in February. You know what I'm saying? Right? And this is just one season. Last season, I can give you examples. I can give you examples of man passing the ball straight to Declan Rice, bro. Right? So what is really going on? Because usually with goalkeepers, when they make a mistake, Andrew, yeah, you see 1 or 2 max, then you get dropped. It's been 5, brother. It's been 5, Andrew.
It's been 5 that's been punished. Let's be real, right? It's been 5 that is punished. It's actually multiple. It's actually multiple.
Yeah.
Again in the second half, he threw the ball out straight to a Man City player, and there's a vision of caliber like that behind him. Yeah. Saying, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Same with Enzo as well.
It's just 5 that have been punished. I still blame him for the Kovacic second goal against City at home. He should have saved that. I blame him for the Curtis Jones goal at Liverpool to make it 2-1. I blame him for that as well. There's multiple others, you know.
Gabriel,
well, that's one of his 5. That's one of his 5 to Gabriel. But my thing is this: is actually the goal itself. The goal itself is right. What type of goalkeeper training or goalkeeper coach would tell a goalkeeper to start moving towards the ball when a defender is in a one-on-one race with the ball and it's going away from the goal? What type of goalkeeping coach would actually say that? I don't think there would be. But he makes it so easy for Haaland, because let's face it, there's a still just before Haaland hits the ball where he's on there and Chalobah's either fallen down, but there's no one near Haaland for support. He can't pass it to anyone, right? There was like 4 of our players on one of theirs. It might have been Phil Foden. So he was actually, if Sanchez actually stayed on his line, that goal wouldn't have happened. It would have simply gone backwards. He might have gone on and shot, but it's fairly unlikely he would have scored. This is the whole point. I don't know what's going through his head. He's brainless. He's absolutely brainless. I mean, he gave me this whole thing about his distribution is so average as well. It's not even like it's not good. It's not good. I
don't know if you have seen the video online.
Let me just land this point, and then I'll pass on.
Yeah.
But while it wouldn't be the biggest point, while it wouldn't improve like the biggest improvement, but if you take him out as well and put someone in who's more competent, I think it would help the defense more. Do you know what I mean? We might see improvements in that way. Do you know what I mean? Because like someone said earlier, if you're Chalobah and Colwill, you can't be, or even like James and Cucurella, you can't be 100% confident in the guy behind you.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You cannot be. You must be going, shit, you must be second guessing yourself whether you're even going to pass back to him. And I know we've all seen that this season where we saw easy passes to the goalkeeper that some of our guys didn't take because they don't trust him. But then it falls back on the coach for picking it. And why does Maresca constantly challenge Madueke, Mudryk earlier, Sancho and stuff like that, Jackson? This guy gets like protection. And I honestly, Ben Roberts, someone said earlier, Ben Roberts should have gone as well. I don't know why he's head of goalkeeping at all. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand.
And before ads you come in, yeah, we've got 173 people in the house. Make sure that you lot are smashing up the lights, man. We're on 55 right now. Like I keep telling you, bro, when you come to someone's yard, take off your shoes first thing, bro. Yeah, when you come into Blue Diaries right now, people, you press the like button straight away. But yeah, make sure that you lot are subscribing and liking up. Make sure that you're subscribing to all of these lots' channel. Follow AJ on TikTok. Follow ads on Twitter as well. They both haven't got YouTube right now. But go on, ads. You're about to say something, man.
No, like I'm just seeing one video online. I don't know if you lot have seen it too, but he did a loan at Forest Green Rovers in 2018.
Yeah.
And bro, like some of the howlers he was putting out even then, like these lot, they hate him, you know. They actually put out a fail comp of him on TikTok, and that's why it's surfacing all over Twitter right now. But it's mad, bro. Like he was doing howlers since then. And what's crazy to me is again, we know what it is. Ben Roberts clearly has the political something at the club, and is making him continue to play even through bad form. Because listen, we saw Mendy, who actually won us a Champions League, by the way, have a few bad games and then got dropped. Kepa, I didn't like Kepa, but to be fair, first season he was all right, he was decent, and he got given a lot of grace despite having many howlers. And then we remember Kepa tax season when anybody shot from 25 plus yards, it would fly what looked like top corner, but really we knew it was just Kepa on a madness. So this keeper, grace he's getting, and a second season too, when he got dropped last season, they're still playing now. Like Maresca, I'm looking at him very closely because if he starts any more games, bro, it's a striker Maresca game. We have to be real. It's a striker game. By the way, people that were saying AJ was too harsh, by the way, people saying that AJ was too harsh on Palmer, you might need to toughen up. Because I saw Hazard come into this team at a young age and he had people to pat him. Legends to pat him at this club. There's nobody here to do that with Palmer. Nobody. And that's why Palmer's allowed to get away with shit.
You need that. It's good for you. Trust me. Look at Hazard. Look at all the top players have it. Vinny. Remember when Vinny was in Real Madrid? Look at all the ballers he was playing with. You just need that. That's part of growing up.
Bro, there's no way, bro. Drogba and that after losing 3-1, bro. You think my man could just walk off and start chuckling with his old manager? The manager that didn't even fucking want him? Come on now, dawg. That ain't happening, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not happening, bro. You know what I mean? And big up more music as well, because this is something that I wanted to quickly speak about, because we're speaking about Maresca and Sanchez, and something that I hated, man, right? This is something, Charlie, that I honestly hated, right? The way he kept going on about not being in the title race. So more music says here, he also needed to shut up about us not being in the title race. And I agree with that, bro. The first time that he said it, I said, you know what? He's probably saying this just to save face because he don't want to put too much pressure on the team. He wants us to just be, just be in the background, getting on with our performances and not putting too much pressure, not being too loud, right? But the moment he kept saying it over and over again, guys, that started to irritate me because now I'm looking at it and thinking, bro, these are young players. You're planting the seed in their mind already that they're going to fail, right? You're giving them any single reason to not perform. And even if you don't perform, Maresca as well, you're going to go back to say, yeah, I told you that we're not ready, right? Because during that period when we lost those 5 games, he was to blame for a lot of those losses, bruv, and a lot of those points that we dropped. But what does he do and come out after? Oh, yeah, I told you lot aren't ready. And the same people that were agreeing with these quotes, they're like, yeah, well, look, see, well, I told you we're not ready. And I'm like, bro, against Fulham, it doesn't take a genius to work out Enzo, Caicedo, and Palmer are tired. Make some changes, right? It doesn't take a genius to know that Jackson's drowning right now. Make a positive change. Bring someone on a little bit earlier, right? All these little things, yeah? So when he was putting that out in the air, the negative energy in the air, for me, it seeped down into the team because it's not the only reason why we didn't win any games in our next 5 games after that, right? But for me, as soon as he started to make all those comments, we just fell off. Yeah, what he should have been saying at the time, man, them is, bro, we'll take it game by game at the minute. Game by game, you keep it like that. You don't start coming out saying, oh, we're not ready. We're not ready. I told you that we're on the title race. These lot are doing this. Because I'm looking around and I'm looking at Liverpool right now. They've got a slot that's just come in. This ain't Liverpool that was in their pomp with Klopp, right? Pep right now is scratching his head. These men were far from us. He's hurting himself, right? You've got Arsenal, the fittest squad in the league right now. They're not that great at the minute. So everyone around us that should be up there, their quality is not good. So why are you getting so scared? You're not coming up against Pep and Klopp in their prime. You know what I'm saying? I really, really hated that mentality. That's some pussy mentality to have. And it's not good to have that sort of mentality with young players, Charlie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do hear it. I think it's probably an unfortunate coincidence that the comments coincided with a dip in form. But yeah, I think the point is fair in terms of I think so much refers back to mentality with a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. And right now, I just think the mentality from top to bottom in all aspects of the club is quite frankly in the bin. Like, you know, I just don't think that, I don't think there's an elite level mentality amongst the players. I don't think there's an elite level mentality yet amongst with the manager and the coaching staff. And I certainly don't think there's an elite level mentality coming from the top in the boardroom. And people might disagree with me there, but I think, you know, this has a trickle down effect from the top. When you're making decisions purely based on finances rather than what's best for football, when you're putting people in charge that are clearly out of their depth, you know, all these things seep down. And, you know, I just think the mentality is so poor in all aspects of the club right now. You know, we're lacking leaders. We're lacking players that will drag these young players into line if they're making mistakes. I think we're lacking look, the manager will develop and he's inexperienced. So you're going to expect him to get things wrong and whatnot. But his mentality is not quite there right now. I look at something like Madueke's post on social media, the picture of him celebrating a goal with Sancho. And like in isolation, that might not seem like that. But if you have senior players, right, in the squad, if that gets posted, they're onto you. If you're a young player in the John Terry days, right, and you've posted that on socials after you've lost 3-1 against Man City, you're knowing about it. And it's just little things like that. In isolation, that might not seem like a big thing, but all these little things add up. And you know, those things aren't okay. It's not okay to lose and then post a picture of you celebrating with some sort of motivational speech. People don't want to see that. They want to see performances on the pitch. They want to see you actually actively trying to make a difference to the team. No one cares what you've got to say on social media, to be honest. And like, yeah, if you've won, fine, whatever. But when you've lost and you've not played well, don't come posting a photo of you celebrating a goal. And this is not just a Madueke thing, by the way. This would apply to anyone. It just happens to be him in this occasion. I just think we're lacking big time in terms of experienced pros, senior players to stamp this stuff out, because there's too much immaturity in the squad still, and that's seeping through now with the mentality issues that we're seeing. Mate, you're muted.
Yeah, you're spot on. You're spot on when you say that, bro. And listen, Jim, you came at a good time, man, because listen, this is another game here where I shouldn't even be talking about lack of experience here, because Chalobah's an experienced player, bro. Like Chalobah's on the other side of his 20s. You know what I mean? And Colwill, you can see him getting pinned here for the third goal. Chalobah, I've literally put question marks above his head because I don't know what the fuck my man was doing. It's like he got flashbanged. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Look at this. Man just stood here, has no idea what's going on behind him. You know what I'm saying, Jimmy? Yeah? And then look, all of a sudden, Foden's through on goal. Colwill and Chalobah, they're trying to bear hug Haaland over here. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, my man's through on goal. It's 3-1. Game done.
Here's the biggest problem I have with that, right? Okay, Chalobah, you said fuck it. I have an opportunity to pin Haaland and win this ball back, even though it's a dumb idea. He didn't even go aggressive to win the ball. If he would have went in and just clattered Haaland and got the ball off of him, or the ball went, I would have been like, cool, I get it. Like, he dunked on you the first time, you went in the second time, and honestly, it make me wonder if he had fucking Foden on his fucking on a parlay or something for a goal, because you clearly opened up a pathway. Mm-hmm. Like I had no problem with Colwill on this specific one right here. He was holding him up. Okay, typical. That's Haaland. He's a fucking machine. You're behind him. He has nowhere to go. He's not really going anywhere. If Chalobah does his job and stay on the opposite side, only thing Haaland can do is pass the ball back to Foden, come in full speed at a Trev Chalobah who's ready for him. I mean, yeah, he's going to be on the back pedal, but he gave Foden a clear. This is where I made Trev Donkey of the Day. This is when I named him Donkey of the Day, because he got dumped on for the first one, which I don't give him a pass. People are like, oh, well, you know that's Haaland. I don't give a fuck who it is. He won the ball, and then you ran back there and fell. He made you look like a little ass boy. You got dunked on. So that's what I think made him go, you know what? I'm going to run it. But you got to go in with the anger right here. Go in and clot him. Right here. If he went in and clot Haaland right here and won the ball or got a foul or whatever, I'm cool with that. Him running like
This is what I was saying. Like the other day in the group chat when we was going back and forth about Chalobah, I said, bro, even when we was linked to my man, apparently we could have recorded him and whatnot. I literally said at the time, bro, I said, bro, leave Chalobah where he is and get me better than this. Yeah, because Chalobah is always go on, Jim.
Nobody can second guess me on this one because I could bring up the tweets, my thousands of tweets, where I said we need to stop with the Chalobah revisionism. I said, bringing back Chalobah, it's not going to take a bunch of games for him to show us why I didn't care that he was gone. It took two. It took the second game for him to have a 1 out of 10. He had a 10 out of 10 game and it had a 1. This was a 1 out of fucking 10 performance to me.
And Jimmy, in that 10 out of 10 game, that was a game where Wolves weren't even pressing him. So he had a lot of time on the ball. That's why roles reversed now. Against Wolves, he was playing those balls over the top like Man City because he's not being pressed. And Man City did the same to us because they weren't being pressed. You feel me? So, bro, Chalobah, we need better than this guy. I always say to people, Chalobah is always a moment away from having a bozo moment. I've seen it time and time again because
he's a squad
unfortunately,
guy.
He's not that good. The only reason why I wanted him to stay in the squad is because he's better than Disasi. Other than that, we need better than this guy, bro. The way people
I'm not even gonna lie. I said it, and I said it before the lineups came out. When Chalobah won man of the match, I said I hope they do not force him back into the lineup next week. I said it. I said I hope they do not force him into that lineup next week. When I look and I saw him in Colwill, I was like, yep, they fell for it. They fell for it. I'm sorry, but I'm not. As much as our defense was maligned about this and that, they were playing together. It was no way you can tell me Chalobah was going to have better chemistry than Colwill and Tosin. It was to me, it was going to be impossible. It was going to be impossible. And I wasn't looking at Wolves as like the two of them mesh together. Wolves just wasn't that good. I didn't really see them two meshing together that great. This game showed me exactly like I don't dislike Chalobah. But he's just a squad guy. The fact that we are relying on him to like that our fan base gassed him up that like he's a starter in this league. I never agree with that. I never. Bro,
it's just to prove a point about how much they hate the sporting directors. That's all it is, bro. Because at the end of the day, the sporting directors took an L.
I won't let my hate from a sport. I won't let my. I despise these sporting directors now because it's criminal for them to keep watching what we watching, and just sitting on their hands. But that ain't gonna make me want to rate a player who I don't rate. It's just still. I like Chalobah. I like him. I think he's a decent player. I think our fan base goes too far.
It's also common tax as well. That's
what it is. Even I've learned to even accept that. I understand. I get it. I get the common tax.
Yeah, but that's why he's like held in regard.
But I'm not gonna let that shit delude me.
What I mean is that if we were linked to Trevor Chalobah, this fan base would be going insane if he wasn't.
Yeah, and Chalobah never played for Chelsea, and it was like we're gonna go in for Chalobah. Yeah. This fan base would be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad that Clay said this. I'm glad that Clay said this because this actually takes us to the last bit about the game, people. Chelsea are intensifying efforts to sign Tel, and Nkunku would still like to join Bayern. Yeah, and listen, I don't want to be cooking Nkunku like this, people, but I have to show you what I watch when I watch this guy up top, right? He comes on, and honestly, you're playing with 10 men because look at this here, this situation here.
I don't think this is a waste of time.
It's a fucking waste of time, bro. Yeah,
but I'm not even to beat him or to talk about it. It's literally a waste. He's not a striker. I am not It's like. It would be like, I don't know. I can't even think of an example. It would be like moving Cucurella to right back and then getting mad every week that he's not playing well. He's not a right. This guy.
We can touch on it quickly. We won't spend too much time on this.
It's just like Disasi.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like me losing my mind last year every week about Colwill at left back. At some point, I had to say, wait. This fucking kid's not a left back.
No, but Jim, the thing is, there's a reason why I'm saying this because there's still people out there that are like, no, leave Gil and just playing Cuckoo. And I'm like, bro, this is the reason why
I've been past that. Yeah, you got me over that weeks and weeks and weeks. Remember, I was like, no. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? You're right. We got to give a real striker the run out. So I've been agreeing with you with this for almost a month.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the people saying, no, put Nkunku out there. But then it was like, you know what? You got to put a real fucking strike out there. Because Nkunku is not a striker. He's
but
not.
this is the problem, right?
Go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie.
So I was going to quickly say before I've got to shoot off. I was just going to say lastly, like on this, right? It's not helping anyone. It's not really fair on Nkunku, and it's a net negative for the team, as we discussed in previous weeks. Like this is making Nkunku out to be a shit player. This guy is a very, very good footballer, but when we do shit like this, it makes people think he's crap. He's not crap, but we just don't play in a way that suits him. So when I'm looking at it, and maybe in this situation, maybe it's Maresca sending a message to the directors that, look, guys, I need a striker. Because Maresca don't make early subs. He very rarely takes Jackson off. And when he's putting on Nkunku, who he's openly said's not a 9, who we've seen has not been very good this season, as the only option, he doesn't want to be here. He's reportedly agreed terms with another team, and you're sending him on knowing what he's going to give you. That, for me, rather than a decision to try and change the game, that's maybe a decision to send a message to those above. Look, guys, we need a striker. This what I've got here is not enough. And so, like, look, we could crash out on Nkunku and say, oh, he offered nothing. He had a few touches. He was this, he was that. Yeah, fine. But are we actually surprised about any of that? Because as soon as he was coming on, we knew that was going to happen. Were any of us expecting anything different?
He came on, I was like, oh,
yeah,
my
God. It's not my point. Did we expect anything different from him? But yeah, boys, I've got to shoot now. Big love to everyone. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Love Charlie, man. Love the whole thing, man.
Yes.
My problem with like Charlie's statement about he's selling him on to prove a point is, then don't tell us he's a number 9 like a month ago. Do you know what I mean? Don't tell us he's a number 9 and then bring him on for a number 9. Send the young kid on, and you could even still come out and go, yeah, Marquis a striker for the future. You can still put your point across and say, I still need someone else. Do you know what I mean? Marquis great, but he's not ready. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to put Nkunku in this type of position. You know, I feel very sorry for Nkunku. It's like right player, wrong time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And you know, maybe it would be different if like last season he was fit. You've probably seen him a bit more because Palmer was on the right. You would have played him in the middle and something like that. But no, it's just I don't. This well, again. I'm not Maresca out. It's like, but like I said, don't come out with these statements and tell us that you're doing something, then do the complete opposite of it. It just makes you look incompetent. Do you know what I mean?
One more thing that I could get mad about Maresca with, as far as this Nkunku thing, I'm very pissed off that he didn't try with Nkunku and Palmer on the pitch at the same time, with moving Palmer to the right wing.
Facts. Please, somebody say it.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off at the fact that, you know, that hasn't been tried.
Never gave it a chance.
Give it a try, bro. Push Palmer on the wing, bro. Push Palmer on the wing and give Maresca, get at a try. I'm not going to kill him over it. But I would have loved if he would have gave that a try.
I think listen, for the bigger games. Go on, Ads.
That's something I'm having vexed the whole season, because we saw how Nkunku was good in pre-season. He was killing it in like a right 8 position, mainly behind the striker. But then you never tried it in the actual season. You only seen him play on the left against City. Funnily enough, Palmer started on the right, so you had Palmer on the right, but we played with Enzo on the 10, and Nkunku on the left, and it just didn't work. And we never saw Nkunku start anywhere but striker the rest of the season, which is criminal. Again, somebody of that talent we're not using properly. It's ridiculous. And again, I think we're all in agreement that it's mainly the sporting director's fault that we're in the mess that we're in now, because the balance of the squad is poor. Yeah, we have numbers, but we don't have the right numbers in the right position, so that's bad. But nobody's making Maresca pick Nkunku to play number 9. Nobody's making Maresca choose to keep Palmer on the pitch, even when he's taking out the gas. Again, condolences to Felix and his family. He had to go back home, so he wasn't available on the weekend. But even if he was available, he still might not have played, because Palmer always plays 90 minutes, no matter what. So again, that's on Maresca. The balance of the squad, though, that's on the sport director, because that's on the sporting directors, because it's just terrible. Like the lack of midfield depth. Again, last thing I'll say, going into last summer, we said we needed a left back, which maybe Cucurella's kind of helped us not need, because he's been good this season. But we said we needed a striker, we needed a midfielder, we needed a centre back, we needed a goalkeeper. We said that we needed a whole new spine. And 6 months later, we're saying the same thing, despite spending almost 200 million.
It's fucked. It's actually fucked, bro. And you can see here, Chelsea are intensifying efforts to sign Tel. And Cuckoo still like to join Bayern. Chelsea are set to resume talks with to try and convince Tel. AJ, what are you saying about this, bro? Would you prefer Tel in comparison to Garnacho? Because those links have kind of died down a little bit.
No, hell no.
Yo, first of all,
I'm glad that Garnacho shit.
Thank
I told
you.
him in the moment that I didn't think it was real.
It's not done yet.
I'm just glad I was right, yo. You have no idea.
It's not done yet.
Yo, Az was on a madness.
I told him what happened if we do sign him, but he's not gonna get that.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie. Once Fabrizio and them started, that's when I started shitting. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what the fuck is going on?"
You know what's significant, guys? You know what's significant for me for all of this? No David Ornstein bomber at all.
Yeah, you didn't say that. You said
nothing.
Yeah.
All he said was on the 7th. All he said was on Friday, the previous Friday, not this Friday, the previous one before that. Chelsea are interested in Tel, Garnacho, and Gittins, and that's all he said. That's all he said for that entire week.
The thing with Tel, like, you understand, isn't he not getting game time at Bayern?
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yes, that's their policy.
When you come to Chelsea,
they're freezing him out. They're freezing him out. That's what they're doing. They're freezing him out, bro.
Oh, he's gonna play here. He doesn't have no choice but to play.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with him. I remember like when we first got the links like 2 weeks ago, clips was going around of him. He definitely had what we're looking for again, which is the shooting, creativity. He got a little height to him, a little more body to him compared to our other players. So I mean,
he should be playing for Bayern more. He should be the way they're.
Yeah, his skill set looks up there. His skill set looks up there. Hopefully it could work in the Premier League. But does he want to come to Chelsea? Like, is Chelsea like the best place? I always like to put myself in it. I'm like, look at Chelsea. Like, it's kind of shaky. It's like, are we really the best place for you to go? I don't know what other clubs is in for him. So you got to compare it against that. But I mean, in general, Chelsea is a good club, and the opportunity.
Big club, but it's still a big club, bro. We're in London, you know what I'm saying? It's not far from France. Man's got you can get quick train in that back to Paris. You know what I mean? You'll be there in what, an hour, 2 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get a lot more game time here, Andrew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they will want a sale. And none of this Nkuku swap business. It'll be 2 straight deals. It will just be we pay for Tel, they pay for Nkuku, and it blows up like that. But listen, the problem with this Tel deal is not actually Tel. I quite like him and stuff like that. It's just not the highest of needs. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like
it's a need. It's a fucking need, bruv. It's a need.
All right. But what I'm saying is, it's like if you look, I need like for me, you know what it is, man. I need the fucking goalkeeper change before anything like that.
Andrew. We listen with that one. We can drop Sanchez and play Jorgensen, yeah. Because for me, I don't think you're going to see. You're not going to see as many mistakes. Hold on, bro. Yeah. Let me land my point, yeah. Because what I told you, lot, right? Listen, I'm not saying Mudrik's the answer to everything, but what we're missing right now is a profile like him. Because even the other day against Man City, Sancho was playing against Nunes. Nunes ain't a fullback, so ideally you want someone that's gonna run at that guy. Because you know that he's not a defender like that, right? Sancho's too nice. Sancho's too he'll take a man on, but it's very much
he's a creator. He's a creator.
You know what I mean? Whereas if you play someone like a Mudryk, like a Tel, even a Garnacho, dare I say it, right? In all that space against Nunes, they'll do a better job for me. So it's
he should have played Noni against him. He should have played Noni on the left against him and run at Nunes. Man, that's what he should have done on Saturday. That's what I would have done.
Yeah. Maybe he should have even done that, but you know what?
Well, you're right. Barcola did it for PSG. Against Nunes, and he just ran him. No, you're absolutely.
He ran at him. That's what I'm saying. So again, for me, it's a necessity because Sancho isn't the answer for every single team, bro. Sancho's not KK. He's not the answer for every single team. Sometimes you need a different profile to start, and that's how they'll be selling it to Tel. They'll be telling him, bro, you're going to be playing on the left for us. Emergency, maybe we might need you up top. Yeah, I don't want to see him up top because he'll be in Cuckoo situation again. But he knows if he comes in here, he's playing a lot more than what he's getting at Bayern Munich, bro. He'll start games. He'll come off the bench more often for me. Like I said, we saw Maresca starting to trust Mudryk a little bit more off the bench. I think it'll be a similar sort of thing with Tel. You know what I'm saying? So I do think we need him, but we also need a striker as well. And ideally, we get one in this window. João Felix. Let me even show you the news about João Felix, because that's another one. Obviously, what do you call it? Aston Villa, they're looking at him, and it looks like Mendes is kind of just showing man to hella clubs right now. So Villa are one of 4 clubs reaching out to João Felix's agent, George Mendes. It all depends on Chelsea, as the formula of the deal is not easy to set for final days. Unai Emery remains clear. If there's a chance, he wants João even. And then obviously you had the news about Disasi as well. So it says that the negotiation between Aston Villa and Chelsea for Disasi is for a loan move with a loan fee plus salary coverage. Disasi said yes to Villa, and he's not considering other options despite Italian and Premier League club links. He wants Villa as exclusively revealed. What do you think about that, AJ, bro? Do you think there's going to be a deal to be done there for Duran if we send these guys the other way, bro?
Bro, this loan move, he's coming back to Chelsea in the summertime.
Yeah, so it looks of things. Yeah.
It's a dry loan. It's a dry loan.
It's a dry loan.
It's pointless.
It's a big one.
It's pointless because it's like we have numbers, but we don't really have the best numbers. And now us, I mean, I don't know, unless this is like, okay, you do this for us, then we'll give you a discount on Duran or some shit. But otherwise, it's like, I don't really care if Disasi is not playing in the team and he's not impacting our team. If he's going on loan and then coming back, I don't care. I want to get the Duran stuff. I'm more interested in that. But at the same time, I'm not super familiar with Duran's game all around. You understand? So spending a certain amount of money on him, I'm not sure. Again, he's proved himself.
That money is
score goals.
No, that's what I was about to say. I was just about to say he scores goals, and that's what we need.
Goals,
so I'm open to it.
You know what's unfortunate for Duran, right?
Open to it. But
you know what's unfortunate about Duran, AJ? He was starting to build up a run, but then he got that red card against Newcastle. And then Ollie Watkins comes back to form. Obviously, we know why the price is so high. He just signed a 6-year deal after the transfer.
Give me admin in this chat too, because some of these dickheads in this chat.
I definitely booed out one of them.
This fucking
comments I can make you admin.
Fucking head with my hammer or with this ring.
You know what though, Jimmy? I'm sharing here because Ornstein put out the bomber earlier before I read the super chat. Big up AP for the super chat, but Ornstein said earlier, Villa have many clubs want one elite number 9. Aston Villa have 2. Both Watkins and Duran expect to start, and Emery favours a lone striker. Growing sense, something might have to give. And if Villa receive offers for Duran, which is 80 M's before deadline, the 21-year-old may yet go. You know what I mean? So change of tone in comparison to start of the window, bro. They were saying he's a no-go in January. Now it looks like Duran wants somewhere where he's going to be guaranteed a little bit more game time, bro. Yeah, do you think that's something that Chelsea can offer him?
And that 80 million you see listing.
Hold on, one at a time, boys. One at a time.
My bad.
Tony was also linked to a Saudi club like 10 days ago or something like that. They were coming in. Listen, we all got. I don't know about you guys, but I know me and Jimmy wanted Duran in the summer. Do you know what I mean? We were like 40 million. They drop it right now. You have to pay. I'm following someone, and I'm following someone. I won't say out, but I'm following someone that's like in the betting industry and something like that. He thinks that it's not going to be like 80 million. It's going to be like somewhere around 50.
I was just about to say that. That 80 million, I don't believe that.
Yeah. Because I think you take João. I think you add João. If you add João Felix, whatever it is, you take that off and you add that in. I just want to, on the second one, João Felix. I don't hate the player, but for me, it was just a nonsensical signing, João Felix. For me, do you know what I mean? In terms of he just doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm waiting. Do you know what I mean? I'm waiting. He's 24, 25. And he just failed. And maybe Villa will be a good one. But if we get Duran in, Duran, I mean, he is a bully. Do you know what I mean? He's the guy. He's the guy. No offense to Jackson. I like Jackson. But Jackson is Steve Rogers before the Super Soldier Serum. And John Duran's Captain America after the Super Soldier Serum. Do you know what I mean? Hulks up. He's a bully. He's nasty. He's got a shot on him. He can head the ball. He's pacey. He will help someone. Jimmy knows this. He will help someone like Neto. Do you know
once we get somebody like Duran, y'all won't be bitching about Sancho and bitching about Neto because they'll be able to do their actual fucking jobs. They're creative. They're not goal scorers. They need a goddamn somebody in the business who's going to be a threat.
Because Sancho needs some talking to too. But I was gonna go in on Sancho today too, but I'm like, I'm gonna give him like 1-2 more games because I still think I don't know, like, he needs to. I'll just say what I think. He needs to like do more, bro. He's supposed to be one of the more experienced and like leadership type players in terms of his performances, and I just think he's too comfortable being like just one of the guys. Like we just got too much people who just want to be like one of the guys. They just want to be fucking cool and shit. Like he needs to.
I thought that's quite harsh though, but I think he's been doing quite well. I think against Wolves, he came on, he played very well.
More, bro.
I think we're not winning, so it's easy to.
Yeah, I think out of everyone, Sancho's the last one I'll be picking out. I think against City, I agree. You should have done more against Nunes. But again, if you're a manager and you've got someone like a Chels there available, you're going to pick him ahead of Sancho to start in this game, right? Because you want two direct guys running. Because the thing about City, they split both their fullbacks. So they have the two centre-backs that split when they're building up. Then you've got their fullbacks that stay high. And that's why Foden was coming into midfield, because their fullbacks basically act like wingers, bro. You know what I mean? So ideally in a team like that, where you've got a lot more space to run into behind, you want someone that's more direct. And Sancho isn't really that. You know what I'm saying? So that's also the issue that you've got.
Jimmy's right, though. You get the win against West Ham. You get the back-to-back wins against Brighton in the Cup and in the league. And you start building confidence. Wins build confidence. We saw it with the run earlier. Man. Wins build confidence. Wins build confidence so much. We're not even talking about the squad that much, and we're not talking about the fucking sporting directors until this little run happened right now.
That run made everybody start. Some people got dug out the way they deserved, and some people it just got overboard with Neto shit. This one shit is like, okay, they're not playing great, but don't tell me about their shit. Like, I just watched them play 3-4 seasons with Wolves with a fucking striker. We don't have a striker. So I don't expect Neto to look like how he looked against Wolves. When I see him swinging in crosses, people are like, oh, he shouldn't do that. Well, that's what he does. That's what he kind of does best.
Yeah, but he needs to have more. He needs to have more variety in his game. That's the biggest problem. Just to answer this,
what he does best, we can't do. What he does best, we take away from him, and then we want him to look like how he looked.
I agree with that too. I
hate it. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's fine, and that's what you got. We signed this guy for 65 million. So let me speak, bro. Let me respond to what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is true. What he does best, we don't facilitate at this club. We haven't got a striker. But for 65 million, I expect to have more in your back, to be more skillful, to show more than just kick and run. Because we're getting
I'm gonna tell you why.
Need more from you.
Let him land, Jim. Hold on.
Wait, but I'm not gonna put a price tag on what his ability is. You put a price tag.
No, but in terms of expectation, what we bought, I expect more. And it shouldn't be just down to missing the striker.
He was never a goal scorer. Never. He's never been a goal scorer. He's a creator. The way how we've been playing, it doesn't fit him. I don't expect. I understand. Okay, you paid this much. This is how much you cost. I expect more, but I expect him to be able to thrive in what he do. I don't expect him to do what he can't do. Like some of the stuff we're asking him to do, he doesn't do. So it's like,
but at the same time,
it's crazy to me.
Everybody, when people were talking about how good Neto was and how he would cook at a bigger team when he gets more service, when he's playing more of the game in the final third rather than having to defend a lot of the time. People are saying that, his numbers will naturally go up. And so far, they haven't gone up. And so far, when I'm watching him on the eye, yes, it could be better. Maybe he needs to take more time to adapt. Yes, we all agree. I get a striker in there who can actually head the ball and be more of a box threat. We're going to see more of Neto. I agree. But at the same time, his technical ability, his ability to link up, to create space for himself, that has not been good enough at all. And that's what I'm saying. I need to see more of from him. And even for Sancho, for example, as well, I agree with what AJ was saying. And I agree with you guys too. Again, both things can be right at the same time. That Sancho, for me, has been our best winger and he's been pretty good so far. But again, the point that AJ was making about he needs to what I interpreted from what AJ said is that he can take more accountability on the pitch. Again, he's 24 years of age. He's played in the Champions League final. He's been a serious team before, like a lot of these other players. He can take more responsibility on the pitch and not just be someone that, when we're playing good, okay, I'll receive the ball. No, you can take the ball, demand the ball, and drive up the pitch, because you saw it against Tottenham when he scored that amazing solo. And even the assist against Palace. He doesn't try things like that too often. And I feel like for me, you've got the ability to try things more often and don't be afraid to make a mistake. That's what I want to see more from a Sanchez.
Plays very safe. He plays very safe.
Yes,
Maresca's
very
got
safe.
9 days. He's got 9 days in between games from Maresca, between the City and the West Ham game. Ironically, that game ends on transfer window shutting day as well. So.
Listen,
It does.
Yeah.
If you bring in some firepower.
Sorry, just to say though, we literally ran out of excuses. Because City were playing, they played midweek and still slapped us about after getting slapped about by PSG. But now, listen.
And ads, they can't rotate ads. They can't
all these games, so we got to deliver. We have to deliver.
Ads, they couldn't rotate as well because they still have to play Bruges and they have to win against Bruges to guarantee just to get in the playoffs. And they got Arsenal afterwards, so they can't even rotate properly. Do you know what I mean? So it's a big missed opportunity. And we like I said, we continued. We can't press for 90 minutes. No one does that, but. If we'd actually just kept the attitude of the first 25 minutes, then they would have been there. We should have beaten them, man. They were
100%, bro. We should have.
I saw a crappy. I saw a rubbish PSG team rip them to parts for 40 minutes in the second half. They're not good, PSG.
Gosh,
they're not good. I told you.
That's why I'm pissed at Maresca. Because it's like the blueprint was there. Just blitz these guys, bro. Just fucking blitz them, and he did it for the first 20 minutes. And then he just
and then the media and everyone gassing up a Mamouche debut. Mamouche didn't do nothing. He just made a few runs.
Innit? Yeah.
That's what he did. Just run.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something interesting, boys. Yeah, because this is something that I didn't want to be doing because I like to focus on our own problems. I like to just deal with our job and not have to think about other people. But because we fucked up and we've only got 5 points in 21. Right, I've got to look at the other teams around us now and see who they're about to play. So let me tell you our next set of fixtures first, and I'll tell you Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, and also Man City's, because in their next few games they've got some tough fixtures, bro, in comparison to us. Obviously, football's not played on paper, but I'd rather have the fixtures we've got, bro. Right. Yeah. So starting off next week Monday, we've got West Ham at home. Then we've got Brighton away after that. Then we've got Aston Villa away after that. Then we've got Southampton at home. Then we've got Leicester at home, right? We've got Arsenal after that, but I want to just go through that's 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you've got Newcastle. Let me go through Newcastle's fixtures in their next 5 in the Prem. So they've got Fulham at home. Then they've got Man City away. Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. Then they've got Man City away. Then they've got Nottingham Forest, right, at home. Then they've got Liverpool at home, away. Sorry,
yeah.
And then they've got West Ham away. Right, and then if I show you Forest as well, people, this is Forest fixtures, next 5 fixtures. So they've got Brighton at home, they've got Fulham away, they've got Newcastle away, they've got Arsenal at home, and then they've got Man City at home. Yeah. So again, more tough fixtures there. Now let me show you Man City as well. So Man City, they've got Arsenal first, they've got Arsenal away, then they've got Newcastle at home, then they've got Liverpool at home, they've got Spurs, who are their bogey team away, right? And then after Spurs, they have Newcastle. Yeah. Hold on, they've got where is it? After Spurs, they've got Nottingham Forest, and then they've got Brighton after that. Right?
Yeah.
So you lot can see that the next few games, these teams around us are playing each other, which means they're going to be taking points from each other.
And,
right?
and that's what I was about to say to people, like to everybody that's like freaking out. It's crazy because if you go on a 3-4 match run of wins, you're going to be right back where the fuck you was, because everybody, all them teams up there. First of all, if y'all really think Forest is not going to go on a slide, they're going to have to go on a slide and rebound. And don't let them get 2-3 injuries to starters. Like with most teams.
Cho was out against Bournemouth, Jimmy. Cho was out against Bournemouth. You know what I mean? Cho was out there. And also, Bournemouth, John, what we didn't put on there as well. Remember, Bournemouth got Liverpool this weekend as well.
Brother,
it's
a few teams up there that's the same how like everybody Oh, well, what about Newcastle? That's the same Newcastle was about to fire their manager a month ago. Like, people need to relax. Like, shit can change real quick. But they just gotta Maresca gotta pull fucking Sanchez. He gotta pull Sanchez.
Please.
That's step number one for this team. If Monday come and Sanchez is out there, I can no longer. I don't know how to take the manager serious anymore.
He's a serious if he does that.
I don't think the atmosphere at the ground's good anyway because they're all dead most of the game. But that won't help if he starts. I tell you right now, that'll make everyone.
If he starts, I don't know how I could take him. Like it really. Like I don't know if he runs Sanchez out there again as bad as he been.
No justification for it.
I don't know what to think of Maresca. I really wouldn't know what to think. I really wouldn't know what to think. It really might make me turn against him if I fucking see him run out Sanchez again. And I don't care if he runs out Sanchez and we win. If Sanchez start, that's saying like all this shit you've been talking about. Madueke has to do it. No. Fuck that. If you gonna be there's nowhere Chilwell, there's no space for Chilwell. Raheem Sterling. If you gonna be that guy, be that guy, my nigga. Don't fucking keep sending Sanchez out there.
Facts.
You can't do that. Then you're gonna lose me. You're gonna lose. I can't support that.
I agree.
If he sends Sanchez out there one more time, I'm a fucking freak out.
And I don't care. I don't care even if Sanchez has a great game because I know he's going to have bozo moments the rest of the season. Because a good game for Sanchez is an aberration. It's an aberration, right? He's had one good game this season against Bournemouth. Don't bring up Nottingham Forest. No one bring up Nottingham Forest because one of those saves he made, he gave away the ball. That's and then he's forced to make the save.
The ball away. He didn't have to make the save to not let the fucking goal.
He gave away the ball like that. He gave away. So no, I don't want that. There's no justification for him picking Sanchez. I don't care. We gave him a few days off to clear his mind. I don't give a shit. None. There's no justification. Pray Jorgensen now and sort out the goalkeeping thing in the summer. No problem. I will wait till the summer.
But my thing is this, right?
But hang on, Jimmy. Jorgensen has earned the right to have a run now in this team. He's earned the right to establish himself, have a run in this team. That's what he has done. And maybe, like I say, it won't solve everything. Might not even give us a big boost. But I tell you right now, I think the defenders will breathe a sigh of relief if Sanchez is not playing behind us.
Yes.
100%,
and that's my thing. You can't name another position on the pitch or any player we have that can do what he's been doing and keep playing. There's not even Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer came out and had as many games in a row as that, everybody would be like, yo, sit him the fuck down. Sit him down.
Yeah.
100%, bro. If Lavia kept picking up the ball and lost it, and kept losing it the way he did against Bournemouth, he's not going to keep playing every week, bro.
No, hell no.
You're right.
So it's like, what are we doing here?
Mudryk, all these men, bro.
All of it. That we don't have a player that can do what Sanchez has been doing, and we still be like, oh nah, just give him a yo.
You know, switch, Jimmy, you hit the nail on the head.
Jimmy, you hit the nail on the head because again, you made the point about how he's been a dictator and he's been so ruthless with guys like Chilwell and other players. Remember, Enzo, who's his vice captain, he dropped him quite quickly for Lavia early in the season. So if you see your vice captain,
right away. That's why I'm confused. Like, what the fuck Sanchez got his
Why is he holding on to Sanchez so much?
I don't care what politics is going on. He's still the manager at the end of the day. He picks that 11, so he's got to have full rank and make the decision.
100%.
Boy, that's me.
I'm benching this bum. If y'all want to fire me. But I'm fucking benching him. That's it.
Go on, I know you got.
I got to jump off. Love.
I need to send you. I need to send you a link for a new mic as well, bro. You need to invest in a new mic, bro. That one there you go. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. But let's finish up with this. Yeah. Assad, big up Assad. He says this manager's on fraud watch. Get rid of Noni and Nkuku, bro. We've spoken about Maresca a lot today. You've got LB 1998 as well. It says big up here. Noni laughing and joking with Foden in the tunnel. Again, we've covered that, man. It was a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, y'all need to chill with that. Oh, that's virgin shit.
They're England colleagues, bro.
Get a life. My answer to that If you look at when the players finish playing in their body language, I'll tell you to turn the game off and go have sex with your woman. And if you don't have one, go wank. Well, how the fuck could you be so caught up into what? Like, yo, he just played. His mother didn't die. He played a game of fucking football, and the game is over. What are you supposed to do? The game is over. He's on the field. Hey, what's up? Hey. That's how sports go. You ever played sports in real life and you lose? You don't walk off and storm off like a fucking little bitch. The people who you just beat, that just beat you, you usually go, yo, good game, man. Yo, oh yeah, you got me on that one. Yo, how's the kids? How's the family? That's real fucking life, not this weirdo shit y'all be on. Like they're supposed to march off.
Now hear it. What it is, yeah. You gotta have a bit of self-awareness, though, Jim, man. Because even with the
no. Hold on, Jimmy. Need to have self-awareness. No, I disagree. Fans need to have self-awareness.
Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That whole thing with him walking with Pep and that, bro. Go do that, bro. You could do that off camera, bro.
No,
I'm not gonna see that shit.
I disagree.
Bro, I'm not gonna see that shit.
Bro, listen. I disagree. They are on the field. They're playing against each other. They're battling it out against each other. The game is over. That's where you show that. No, we gotta go hide it because these fucking pussies in the crowd is upset.
Nah, Jimmy, they had time to do that.
No, bro.
They had time to do all of that stuff already. After the game, you need to show respect to the fans, especially if you just lost.
Exactly, bro.
How is it disrespectful to shake hands and to
Let me tell you what's disrespectful. Cole Palmer walking off with Pep Guardiola after he just lost 3-1, laughing and joking with Pep Guardiola in front of the cameras in the middle of the pitch where everybody.
What's disrespectful about that?
Jimmy, we just lost.
After putting out shit.
What do you mean, so what? What do you mean, so what?
I'm sorry. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you this. I'm 44. I've been in love. The first love of my life was sports. My mother would tell you that age 3. Bro, no sports take my life. That's loser shit, bro. I'm sorry.
No, it's not no loser shit, bro.
I'm telling you my opinion. Let me give you my opinion. Let me give you my opinion. Let me give you my opinion. If when the fucking football game is done, you are over psychoanalyzing a player just, smiling with a player, that's nothing. If he's out there doing fucking keepy uppies and taking selfies and doing a TikTok, yeah, we're talking about natural human camaraderie. They're fucking humans.
Yeah, but Jim, there's a time and place.
The time and place is right there. We just played the game. You shake hands, you smile, you talk about the game, whatever. Then you walk over if you want to clap your fans or whatever. You do that. I'm not about to tell a player.
Especially as a match going fan as well, yeah. Because bro, Manny to go to Manny from London, it ain't even around the corner like that, bro. Right? If, for example, let's say Chelsea, the boys, they put out a performance that we could be proud of, yeah. Fair enough, bro. But end of the day, you have to learn to fucking read the room, bro. That performance was shit, yeah. The performance was shit. Hold on, Jimmy. The performance was shit. It's got to a point where Palmer was shit again in another big game. This is a game, right, where you just fuck off. You say, hold on, bro. I agree with what you're saying. After the game, you can catch up, house family and that, cool, whatever. You keep it as that. But you go down the tunnel. If you want to speak to Pep and catch up with Pep, you speak to him away from the cameras after the game where no one can see nothing. I don't want to be seeing you doing that.
How about this as a fan? Turn the fucking TV off.
No, bro.
Walk your stupid ass out. Why would you stay there and watch it if it's making you mad? Get your stupid ass off
the TV. The game. Stop the bullshit. Instead of him stopping the bullshit, you rather us turn the TV off.
The player's obligation is to give you. The player's obligation is to play from when the whistle blow to when it blow at the end. After that, anything he does after that is brata.
Yeah, but Jimmy,
in the fucking crowd and you looking like, oh my gosh, look, How dare he be shaking? I'm sorry. This is my opinion. And I mean this with the utmost respect. You're a fucking loser. That's just my opinion.
Bro, but that's
just my opinion. That's some loser shit, bro. That's some loser shit. I'm not reading that deep into another man.
Jimmy, let me ask you a question. Let him land. Jimmy, if his teammates have an issue with it, is that a problem? Are they losers too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that's your opinion. You're very wrong with that one. You're wrong with that one, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something.
We obviously don't have a problem with it because no one reported it.
You play from the whistle start to the whistle end. You give your all, whether it was good or whether it's bad. I am not watching you when the game is over and trying to psychoanalyze what's going on in your mind.
No, but Jim,
you know what makes me even pissed off the worst? Wait. Like these same people don't live their own life to that standard. If you really want to get realistic, what makes me the most upset about that? These are people who don't live their own life to that standard. But then they go to a game and want to be judgmental on a player. Well, he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that, and he should do this and he. What the fuck you do in your life? That's when I start going personal to a fan. Because you play football for 90 minutes. When the whistle is blown, the game is over. The game is over. And you dumbass fans need to realize that.
Your interest in the game is not over.
No, I don't give a fuck. Let him land. Once again, the people are human beings. The minute you dehumanize them, I cannot respect you anymore. They're fucking humans.
It's not about dehumanizing, bro.
I'm gonna say it again.
Let me ask you a question.
There's not a player. None of them.
What's happening here?
You
see the that shouting, his mic's gone.
Jimmy,
the mic gone.
Yo, listen. None of those players on that pitch are smiling and saying hello or whatever to those other guys to piss off anybody in the fan. No, they're not doing it for that. That's not why they're doing it. So if you
AJ, land your point finally. Land your point, bro. Land your point. And big up rants for the Raiders. We've got 550 people in the yard. You know, join late, bro.
Yeah, they joined the end of the show. Jimmy, I hear you to a point where we shouldn't care to a point, but the game just ended. The 90-minute, we just watched 90 minutes of a game, right? There's previews, there's post games, there's during game there's mad interest and just involvement within the game. As soon as the whistle blows, yes, the game is over, but the interest and the involvement in the game is not over yet. The fans, just like I live in America. I don't go to these games, but I go to other. I just went to a basketball game last night. Don and all these people who go to the game, pay their money, spend their time to support the team. Jimmy, let me finish.
Let him land.
Jimmy, you're one person. That's your feeling. That's fine, right? But hundreds of people are agreeing with what we're saying. So it's not a crazy type of thing.
So all right, so cool. So basically, I'm gonna say it again.
And this is brilliant. Man said Nuno Mendes and Johan Wissa in the panel, blood. That is fucking brilliant.
Once again, I'm gonna say it again, and y'all can try to say it. You guys are making, when I say dehumanizing, y'all are taking away their abilities to be human. Worry about my feeling. Do things that make me feel better. Do y'all sound to me, bro? Oh my gosh. We just lost the game, and look, Maresca's laughing.
Wait, Jim, hold on, Jim.
Yo, I'm dead serious. If me and my brother go par and we go to the game together and then the game done, he like, yo, I can't believe that nigga got to walk home because he ain't getting in my car.
But Jimmy,
can't get in my car.
Jimmy, we get your point. Listen, I get the overarching point you're making about footballers have their own life. Footballers are human, and that. I get all of that. Yeah. Bro, and I agree with it. I agree with it.
Y'all picking Jews when they're humin.
But Jim, no, Jim,
Jews when they're human.
Jim, see the thing is, to round up the show here, because I got one more super chat I want to read as well. Yeah, we're going around in circles here. But the point, all I'm gonna say in this situation here, especially where I go to a lot of games, bro. Yeah, if I'm driving up to Manny after you put out a performance like that, bro. Yeah, I'm not trying to see you do that shit in my face, bro. I'll be real. I'm not trying to see that shit in my face, bro, because end of the day, I'm a fan of the club. I love the club, right? It's a part of me. It's a part of all of us, right? And when I'm seeing one of my players doing that after putting up a performance like that, emotionally, bro, it's a natural thing. I'm gonna feel some type of way about it, regardless of the game being done. I am gonna feel a type of way about it, bro, because you didn't perform well. We lost the fucking game. If you're gonna talk to Pep, I've got no problem with you talking to Pep. No one's saying ignore Pep, ignore these guys, don't chat to them. No one's saying any of that.
We're not saying that.
All that lovey-dovey shit, bro. Do it away from me so I ain't got to see it. Yeah, you're saying, yeah, turn off the TV. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Away from you. Get your bitch ass home. The game is fucking over. Why are you still here?
The game was over, but man still did what he did in the open. You know what I'm saying?
Sanchez.
What he did in the open.
Oh my fucking gosh.
You know what I mean?
Bro, when is he supposed to do it?
Bro, what do you mean we're supposed to do it, bro? Go through the tunnel and go chat to my man in his office.
Right.
How about that?
What do you mean? When I go to the tunnel, I'm going to get fucking dressed to go home. I'm going to see you now.
All the time, bro. A lot of those players go chat to each other, bro.
Oh, bro, here we go. Now we trying to dictate when a player should say hello, when to say goodbye, come on, y'all bugging,
I won't even be surprised, Jim. I won't even be surprised,
yeah. I don't know.
I won't even be surprised.
I look at shit different. I'm a grown-ass man. I am never that emotionally tied to another grown-ass man's. He talk. I'ma get mad that he talking. I don't own that, man. He talking. Only doing is
framing it crazy. You framing it crazy is why it sounds
crazy.
Yeah.
No, you know why? Because that's the reality of it.
I'm gonna agree with you framing it that way, but if you
but
framing
no,
it in the sports,
hold on,
Yes,
no. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's the reality of what I'm saying is what I'm not framing it anything. The reality is you see him talking to somebody and he's smiling and you're getting upset. That's the fucking reality. That's the reality. Him smiling.
But what's the rest of the context? Why are we upset? We didn't just wake up and see him smiling and was like, oh, let's be upset.
It don't matter.
For 2 hours before that?
Bro,
Jimmy, what happened for 2 hours?
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question.
No, answer that question first.
They lost a fucking game.
Okay, and you were upset. You came in this stream mad because they lost the game. Why are you so mad about fucking grown men?
Yeah,
I'm mad that they lost the game. I'm not mad that he fucking shook
pick and
hands.
choose when people you can choose when you want to be upset about the team. But
do you hear the two different things we're mad about? I'm mad about the actual competition.
Jimmy, this is part of competition too.
No, the fuck it isn't. The game is over.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay,
Because it's showing your mentality.
No. So AJ, with that logic, AJ, with that same logic, when the fucking game is done and we win, there should never be anybody handshaking because the other team lost.
No.
So we should never, ever see players shaking hands on the pitch. Never. Hold on. Whoa. As long as they're a winner, hold on. Let me just say this. As long as there is a winner and there is a loser, we should never, according to you niggas, we should never ever see.
Leave me out of this. We should
never ever see players.
We'll never see it.
Hold on, wait. According to y'all, we should never. As long as there is a winner and as long as there is a loser, we should never.
You start adding the word never, you changing all of the fucking
wait.
You know what?
AJ, you just said you was mad because we lost and they went and they were smiling with the other team. So according to you, as long as there's a losing fucking team, we
I said we got our ass whooped and Cole Palmer's.
I don't want to hear about ass whooped.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on. Let's end it there. Yeah, because we're going back and forth. Yeah. Jimmy, you've got your take on it. We get it. I respect your opinion. But end of the day,
I don't ever want to see anybody talking to another team. According to y'all, when you lose, you get the fuck off the pitch.
This is the
perfect crux of it.
Hold on, this is a perfect super chat as well. It's a perfect super chat. Joe, big up Joe for the donation as well. It says, if we were still top of the league and Pep and Palmer were doing the same stuff, no one would care. right passion, wrong subject
We're
to be mad
still
about,
top of the
right?
league. I don't agree with that. I
You know what
don't
I'm
agree
saying?
with that
Like I
because
said, I agree with him. Because if you don't want them to talk and this when we win, I'm saying when we lose, that means when we win, we shouldn't be
if you
talking
wanna,
either.
if you want
That's why I said time and place. That's why I said time and place.
If you want to hail up Pep, I'm fine, but you don't got to do all the extras. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
See now,
It's
you can
extra.
shake his hand, but don't smile.
That you see,
What are we talking about here, bro?
Yo, you got it, Jimmy. You're doing a lot.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's what y'all said.
That's what y'all said.
I said what
Now
I
we
said.
dictate.
I
You can
said
shake his
what I
hand,
said.
but do it over there.
Jim,
Or
we'll
do it down there.
leave it to the
Or you can
audience.
shake his hand, but don't smile. Or smile
Jimmy.
a little bit. Just don't let it curl up too much
Nah,
at the
that's
end.
not-
Like,
Now, Jim, hold on, Jim. We'll leave it to the audience,
Yeah,
right?
Jimmy
You said your
funny as
bit.
hell.
Me and AJ said our bit. Some people agree with us. Some people agree with you. We'll leave it as that, bro. Yeah, but TTM says we need Nuruddin versus Jimmy. We need that, bro. That's box office right there, bro. And AP as well. Just to go back to this, he says I can't lie. I don't want Tell. Bring me players with experience. I'm tired of players that need development, bro. I keep telling these lot right now. The only gunman winger like that, really, on the right, like on the right, if you think about it, is Salah. Really, if you look at the left, you can go for Lookman, but right now he's injured. I saw today he got injured.
Yeah.
KK was the one that I wanted. He's gone to PSG now. So all these guys, Rodrigo's another young player. He's experienced, but you know that's going to be a lot of money. That's going to be a summer one as well. So, bro, like a lot of these players that we can go for right now, realistically, are young, bruv. You know what I mean? They're young players, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? And because He's got his own channel. He's got his own channel, bro. It's in the
I
description.
got my own channel. I just only.
I don't know when people are going to be. I don't know when people are going to be surprised that we're still going for young players. They've been doing it for 2 years. Why are you still surprised they're going for young players? You may not like it, and that's fine. But why are you still surprised?
And before we close, bro, y'all need to chill with all this. Bring me an experienced goal scoring winger. Yo, that shit ain't in abundance. It ain't a bunch of those nowhere. So y'all.
That's what I'm saying, Jim. People are acting as if there's a pool of bare left wingers we can pick from. There really isn't.
The other day, I forgot what panel I was on. We went through left and right wingers, goal scoring. Like that shit was like none. Like Salah.
Big up Jaffer as well. Yeah, I nearly missed that, bro. Well done for letting me know. It says Jimmy. To be fair, Hazard was cooked by Real for the same thing. At the time,
Real Madrid fans are fucking. Who's more fucking retarded than Real Madrid fans?
let's not get started off because I gotta eat, blood. You know what I mean? But listen,
Real Madrid fans like don't wipe your ass. Just let the doodoo stay because we say so. They think they dictate everything with the fucking players. They're not. They're not even mental.
Somebody said Arsenal fans.
You know what I'm saying? But people, listen, yeah, big up rats for the raid as well. For this is the longest Blue Diaries we've had now. We've got 479.
That's the most heated part of the stream, bro. Like we could have got heated on so many other things. That's the most heated part. I'm
telling you, everyone in the chat right now, yeah, go back to the beginning. This was a brilliant stream.
Yeah, watch
it back, man. Enjoy it. Leave comments in there. Let me know how you thought about what you thought about our thoughts and that.
Sanchez out. That's how I end every fucking stream.
Yeah, Sanchez out.
It's civil war, bro. It's civil war, people. But listen, you know where to find these lot. As I say every single week, they're in the fucking description, people. Yeah. And listen, look out for another show. Most likely on Thursday, I'm gonna try to put something together of Goonie and them lot, Jams as well. I haven't spoken to them in a second, and obviously preview at the weekend with Dan Lawless. I'll make sure that he makes some time for me, as always, people. But listen, up the Chels, man. We must win against West Ham. Graham Potter, fuck your vengeance, my G.